Hi, this is Sweet June, 2010. Oh, my hair's oh my goodness, my hair's sticking up. Anyway, this is Sweet June 2010. Hope everybody's doing great. Um, what I want to talk about is I did a video. I did one of my other videos where I was talking about these young ladies um, having these babies. They a lot of young ladies are getting pregnant and they're having babies very at a very young age. They're having them at teens, from the age 13 on up. Before they're 18, and they're also having them out of wedlock without a husband. And I was talking about how it seems to be an epidemic. It's an epidemic of these young ladies having these babies. And I was talking about how concerned I was about um, them having the babies and not being able to support the children. You know, and how I was talking about how they can't rely on the government because the government is flighty. They're flighty. And, one day they, increase benefits, next day they might decide to cut them. So, can't rely on the government. And I was just talking about how, just basically giving you a little review on what I was talking about. And if you look at the video where I'm talking about these young ladies out here having the babies, well, this is kind of like a follow-up to that video. And I'm basically talking about now how it just seems like how these young ladies have the mentality that single motherhood is natural. They seem to have the mentality that single motherhood is natural. That it's a natural thing to do. That it's natural to go out and get pregnant out of wedlock. And I'm here to say that it's not natural. Being a single mother is not natural. But the perception is that it is natural. That seems to be a lot of young women's perception, that being a single mom is natural. And I'm here to say that it's not natural. Don't get it twisted. Being a single mother is not natural. It is not natural to be a single mom. A child is supposed to be raised in a two-parent family. Statistically, when a child is raised in a single-parent home, statistically, that child scores lower on standardized tests. Statistically, the children get lower grades. Statistically, their the children have the tendency to the girls raised in single parent homes have the tendency to have a child out of wedlock. There's a greater chance that they may have a child out of wedlock. It's just not good. Being a single mother is just not good all around, and it's not natural. A child, it is really, really best for a child to be raised in a two-parent family. And what these young ladies should strive to do is they should strive to get married before having children. I'm going to say that again. They should strive to get married before they have children. Being a single parent is not natural. It's not natural to raise children by yourself. It is not natural. A child should be raised in a two-parent home. The mother, if a woman has a husband, she is a lot happier because she has help with raising the children. All the burden and all the stress is not on her financially, emotionally, physically to take care of the children by herself. So she's going to be happier because she has emotional support, she has physical support, and financial support in taking care of the children. And it just seems to be the mentality of a lot of young women that young single motherhood is natural, and I'm here to say that it's not. I've been a single mother now for 25 years, and I'm here to say that it is not natural. It is not natural to be a single mom because all these years I have done nothing but struggle. I have done nothing but struggle. It takes a toll. Um, it takes a toll on you emotionally, mentally, physically. You know, take it for somebody that's been doing it for many, many years. You know, I've been a single mother for many, many years, pretty much most of my adult life. And it's been physically hard on me. It's been emotionally hard on me. It's been mentally hard on me. Even at times spiritually hard on me. Spiritually, it has been hard on me. I've really had to really put forth a serious effort to grow spiritually as a single mom, being a single mom. It's taken a tremendous effort on my part to grow spiritually as a single mom because, in a sense, it does affect you spiritually. But if you really, really want to have that close relationship with God, you have to really, really put forth a serious effort to have that relationship and and kind of get away from that, you know. But it can spiritually affect you if you let it, because it affects you in all areas. Because the reason why it's not natural. It is not natural for a woman to be raising kids alone without a husband. So I just, a lot of these young ladies have the mentality that it is. They think it's natural. And, oh, I can do it on my own. And yes and no. Yes and no. You can, but you're going to have a very difficult time doing it on your own because at the end of the day, it's not natural. It's not natural for a woman to raise children alone. It affects the children. You know, it affects the children mentally. It affects them emotionally. You know, to be raised in a home where there's no father. And so, I just, want to get that message out to young ladies that being a single mother is not natural. It's not natural. It's not even cute. You know, it's not even cute. And you really, really want to strive to get married. You really want to strive, even if it means that you don't have a child until you're in your 30s. Isn't that better than having a child alone and having to raise it alone? If you have to wait until you're in your 30s, until you find a suitable mate, some women nowadays have them in their 40s. There's nothing wrong with that, you know, because statistically, a child does better in a home where there's two parents, statistically. And we're looking at it from a biblical standpoint, a spiritual standpoint. God, says, in the Bible that a child should be raised by both parents, mother and father. And he instituted the marital arrangement. He instituted that arrangement for a reason, so the children can be raised in a home where there's two parents, where there's a mother and a father. Because when a woman is a single mother, it's a tremendous amount of stress. I can't express to you more how stressful it is. And I just want to get the message across to these young ladies out here that being a single parent is not natural. They go around thinking that it's a natural thing to do, and that's what bothers me sometimes. They think that it's natural to go out and get pregnant out of wedlock and have the child and raise the child on their own. They think it's a natural thing to do, and it's not. It's not a natural thing to do. And it's very detrimental to you. It's very detrimental to the children. And you see a lot of, I'm starting to read a lot of articles and stuff about younger generations of particularly black women are, the younger generations are getting weaker mentally because I'm starting to read a lot of articles and hear a lot of reports of young black women, they're killing their children, and because I think it's because they can't take the pressure. They can't take the stress, that is associated, that comes along with raising children alone by yourself. There's a reason why Jehovah God instituted marriage. It's the reason why he says in the Bible that may a man have his own one own wife and a woman have her own husband. It is a reason why he says that we need to abstain until marriage. That is the reason why God says that, because it is better off on you as a woman, it's better off on the man, and it's better for the child. So it's a win-win situation. Everybody wins. The woman wins, the man wins, and the child wins. But people want to do things the world's way. People want to go out here and they want to have all this sex, and then, they get pregnant and they think it's a natural thing. The young ladies think that it's natural to raise the children alone. Well, I'll get food stamps, I'll get Section 8, I'll get child support. But what about the child? What about the child? What is in the best interest of the child? It's not, raising the child is not all about money. It's not all about money. What about a child's emotional state of mind? What about the child's emotional well-being? That's what you need to be thinking about. What's best for the child? And a lot of women get caught up in this theory. I'm not trying to be stereotypical. By the way, I'm not trying to be stereotypical, because I'm not suggesting that all young ladies have this mentality, but a lot of them do. A lot of them do have the mentality that, well, I'll have a baby and I can take care of it on my own. There's nothing wrong with it. I can do it on my own. I can get food stamps and Section 8 and, child care assistance, and I get child support. As if to suggest that raising a child is all about the money. It's not all about the money. What about that child's relationship with its father? What about that? What about that child's emotional well-being? What about that child's physical well-being? These are all the things that needs to be taken into consideration. A young girl, a young woman, or young girl, teenage girl, doesn't have the mental maturity to even think about those things. And this is the reason why they shouldn't be having children. They shouldn't even be having sex outside of marriage at that age anyway, because they don't even have the mental maturity to even think about all those things, to think about what's in the best interest of the child. And I just want to get the message across that it's not natural. I've been a single mother for many years, and it's been nothing but a struggle. It's been, I tell you, if I sit here and tell you everything that I've been through, this video would be 3 hours long. I don't think I got 3 hours on here. It has been very difficult. It's been a hard road for me. And it's a hard road for other single moms. And this economy has gotten 10 times worse than what it was 20 years ago. And the government is flighty. You know, today you got help, next day you might not have no help. So you can't rely on government. You can't rely on the government to help you. It's better for you financially. It's better for you emotionally. It's really hard on a woman when you have to raise a child by yourself, because it's not natural. It's not natural for a woman to be the head of the household. Women should not, let me repeat that. It is not natural for a woman to be the head of the household. That's not the way, that's not God's order. Now, I know some of you women might get mad at me for saying that because, oh, we're women and we can do anything and that's, bull and, But I'm telling you what God says and what the Bible says. The Bible says that the man is the head of the woman. Don't get it twisted. The woman is not supposed to be the head of the household. It is not natural. And because the woman is not supposed to be the head of the household, then you're going to have children with a lower IQ. You're going to have children with lower grades. Statistically, lower grades, lower IQ. Emotionally, it is damaging to the children because they don't have a consistent father in the home. It affects the children in a lot of ways. And it affects, now, like I said, a lot of these young ladies are killing the children because they're stressed out. They're stressed out and they don't have the strength and they don't know what to do. That is because it is not natural to raise children alone. Well, mental health issues in the black community is not being addressed, but that's not what my video is about. But it's because being a single mother is not natural. It is not natural. It is not natural for a woman to raise children on her own, to be the head of the household. God instituted the man should be the head of the household. And if we do things, the problem is that a lot of people don't want to do things God's way. But Jehovah God, He puts those things in the Bible. It's a protection. It's a protection to us. So we don't have to suffer. So our children don't have to suffer, because ultimately you have to suffer. Your children are going to have to suffer because of having the children out of wedlock. And I'm talking from experience. I'm speaking from experience. I know what I'm talking about because I'm speaking from experience. It's been a hard road. It's been a rough road for me. And if it wasn't for God and the love for my kids, my two sons, I don't know what I would have done. Because it's emotionally, it's hard on a woman. It's just really hard on you. I just can't begin to express how hard it is. Emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, in every area. It's just hard in every single area of your life. Being a single mom it's hard in every area. Every area of your life is going to be affected. It is really hard, and I just want the young ladies to get this mentality out of your head that being a single mom is natural. I just want them to get that out of their head. To just get that out of your mentality. Is that I think the schools need, the high schools, the junior highs and the high schools need to be more proactive and and talking to the kids and telling the kids that, you know, you know, the things that comes along, the issues that come along with being a single parent. And the parents need to be proactive and talking to the children. But a lot of them are single parents themselves, and if they're in the world and they're not trying to serve God and they're not in the Bible, then they're not going to get the message across to their daughters and their sons that this is not a natural thing to do. That this is not a good thing for you to do. It's not good for you to go out there and have sex unprotected and have a child out of wedlock. I mean, are they really going to encourage that? You know, to let the child know that this is not a good thing for you to do. It's not a good thing for you to do at all. It won't be good for you. It won't be good for the child. You know? And I just want all the young ladies to realize that being the head of household is not natural. The woman is not supposed to be the head. It's not natural. And because the woman is not supposed to be the head of the household, you're gonna have problems. Something is gonna be lacking. You know, because statistically, everything goes against the child when a child is being raised in a single parent home. Statistically, a lot of things go against that child. Statistically, the child is at risk of not finishing high school and all these kind of things associated with being raised in a single parent home. So it's serious, because a single mom, she has to work and she has to hold down the fort, and it's a lot that the mother has to do. You know, the mother has to do a lot. It's a lot of burden. It's a lot on the mother's shoulders. You know, you're the breadwinner. You have to bring home the money, pay the bills, take care of the home, cook, clean, plus raise the children. And you know, and try. I say realistically, you can't be mother and father. I hate it when people say you're mother and father. I hate that statement, because realistically, a woman can't be both. And as if you have young sons, when they get to be a certain age, you cannot teach a boy how to be a man. You know, he needs a male figure in his life to help him with that transition into young manhood. You know, and that's what they need. And you as a woman, you can't do that, because you're a woman. You only know how to be a woman. You don't know how to be a man. I mean, you could talk to him about what a real man does from your perspective, but can you really, are they really going to get the message clearly from you, being a female? You know, they need to get that message from a man, either being their father or a father figure. That's what they need. And that's what a lot of young black males are not getting. You know, I think a lot of them are not getting that, and that's very important. And I just feel like, you know, I need to get that message out there. That, you know, this mentality that being a single mother is natural and I can do it on my own and all this kind of stuff. No, you can't. Realistically, you can and you can't. You know, it's going to be very detrimental to that child. It's going to be detrimental to you. And then you have to ask yourself, can you handle it? Are you going to be able to handle years and years and years and years of being a single mother? You know? Are you going to be able to handle it mentally? Are you going to be able to handle it emotionally? Because it's mentally and emotionally draining. You know? I just don't think these young women really realize that. It's just not natural. So I just want them to get out of this mentality that this is a natural thing to do. It's not natural. It's not cute. because we're talking about another life here, a human being, another life that you brought into this world. And young women, young ladies need to make better choices. We need to make better choices with our bodies, because you can't, of this theory. Oh, I can do it. Yeah, you yes and no. Children need a father figure. You need a husband before you have a child. Some of these women, I don't need no man to help me. Yeah, well, that's pride talking. and too much pride is not good. Because all the while, the same rate you saying that, the same rate that you hollering that, you breaking down mentally, you breaking down emotionally. Don't get it twisted, young ladies. It's not natural. If any mothers are looking at this video, show it to your daughters. Let young women, ladies in junior high, high school, or talk to them and let them know that it's not natural. It's not a natural thing to be a single mother. So young ladies need to get past that mentality. Okay, that's what I want to talk about. Might talk some more about this subject because I'm kind of passionate about it. So that's the message that I want to get, that I really feel like I need to get across. Okay, this is Sweet June 2010.